Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra, October 23, 2022. Energies early today can be loaded or tense, tending to trigger suspicion or vulnerabilities. You might experience an intense attraction or impulses that come from a deep place. Or, there are reminders of a difficult time and complicated feelings. Relationships may not be straightforward, and you could sense a hidden agenda or emotional traps in some of your interactions. Be careful not to hold on to something only because you fear letting go. Ideally, problem areas now come into the light so you can manage them rather than allow them to control you. The moon moves into your home and family sector today, and it's a great time for tending to the hearth and making things right, secure, and comfortable. You may meet someone today who is a karmic lover. However, this wouldn't likely lead to a happy or healthy relationship. As sweet Venus, our goddess planet, shivers through the sky, she will wage war with a vicious and deadly Pluto. This means that any new love found now could feel like an instant attraction with overwhelming passion and infatuation. However, it could also lead down a very dark path, one of abuse, manipulation, jealousy, or even violence. Don't get caught in a love game now. You'll ultimately regret it and may find it is one of the most devastating situations in your life. Commit to your creativity. Go over your options one more time while Venus in Libra forms a square with Pluto in Capricorn. The stress of the square is putting pressure on you to decide on your creative endeavors, ideas, talents, and passion projects. You should consider what aspects are worth investing in, as you may feel incredibly happy when you commit to your medium of professional self-expression. Explore the fine details of what investment would take, and what you may need to do to bring your passions to life through your line of work. It has been 12 days since Pluto turned direct in your financial sector, and while still at a standstill, it won't be long before you feel the call to start moving forward. While Pluto is always slow to push things forward after his annual retrograde phase ends, with the planet of change and revolution leaving in March, he won't be as keen to let the grass grow under his feet this time. The planetary alignment gives you the opportunity to bring the exotic into your life. Remember that other cultures can give us insight into ourselves that can light up our lives. Whatever exotic means to you, give it a try. Try to stimulate at least 3 of your senses with something new: taste, sound, smell, etc. The new does not need to disturb the things that give your life structure and regularity. Stick to your usual dietary boundaries while welcoming new ingredients and flavors into your kitchen. The vibrations of the day are speaking about starting up a long-term activity by setting up a project. You have a great need for independence, and your autonomous nature will be encouraging you to trace a path without the help of your family and friends. Your taste for taking personal initiative means the days to come will be positive. Indeed, the period could rapidly turn out to be very promising in your sentimental life, even if you come up against some difficulties from time to time. At the same time that the Sun and Venus are working to make the most of their final days in a fun, playful, romantic, and creatively charged part of your chart before this professional year catches its second wind, the moon brings some work-life balance reminders today. While these reminders are fleeting, with the Sun and Venus just 2 days away from returning to begin the first planetary activity on the job front this year, this comes just as you are about to move into some of the busiest weeks of 2022. As they move into their final 2 days in your romantic sector, the Sun and Venus have come together in a rare alignment here. Venus is no longer visible in the heavens, for she has become totally consumed by or one with the Sun, with the planet of love able to get to the very heart of what you want from love as she becomes part of the romantically charged solar vibes beaming down on us. Our eyes in the sky. There is plenty to process on an emotional level now. Make sure you're honoring your time and giving yourself plenty of space to stretch out. This can mean that people are not honoring their boundaries and overlapping with your aura field throughout the day. Although the lunar vibes make it easier to let things bounce off you, there is a darker element to this as well. This can be especially true with certain family members, such as siblings, or even neighbors, because yesterday's aspects could be stirring up arguments left and right. You must honor yourself and let toxic connections take care of themselves. For those who are in family disputes, this is a good time to armor up psychologically and be very honest with yourself about your personal space and needs. Yesterday's Pluto energy hasn't cleared from the skies, and it adds a dramatic undertone to unconscious behaviors. Let someone show you who they are even if it hurts to see it. Be careful of what you say. Your own words may be contradictory. Don't shoot yourself in the foot by saying things that go against your own personal desires and inner beliefs. Make sure that what comes out of your mouth, keyboard, or touch screen is coming from your heart. You're likely to be in a much chattier frame of mind with activity in your house of personal expression and appearance. You may be thinking about changing the way you present yourself to the world. Assuming a professional demeanor means that you can get a new job, if you like, or move up at your current employer. Money and a key to the executive lavatory come with the new office. This is a spiritual lesson, and it can even mean you're feeling a telepathic connection to someone at this time. That doesn't mean they aren't violating your need for space, and this can go both ways, so be very mindful of this, because your mind is going through a process of merging right now. In the pre-dawn hours, the Leo moon sextiles Venus in Libra, stimulating a sense of well-being. We can be ourselves without pretense, charming friends and admirers with our outgoing attitude. Since many of us will be asleep at this hour, this transit may manifest in the form of happy dreams where we are reunited with loved ones. Guides take the form of family or relatives who affirm that we attract the proper relationships when we are brave enough to express ourselves authentically. Following this, the moon sextiles the Libra sun, perpetuating the good vibes born of the moon-Venus sextile. If we are asleep, pleasant dreams continue. If we are awake, we connect with others based on mutual interests or shared ideals. Our emotional and egoic desires are in sync. This influence is unlikely to manifest dramatic events. In fact, we might not realize how smoothly the day is going until this aspect has passed. This is ideal. It suggests we are living in the moment and sucking the marrow out of life. The moon begins its void of course following this aspect's perfection, proposing that we avoid starting new projects.